I'm gonna go to church tomorrow.
Halloween, one of my favourite times of the year. An excuse to scare those around you that trust you the most. This year I wanted to go bigger than I've ever gone before. So me and a couple of my friends started to think about what we could do. We were sitting in a restaurant in East London and Ed was talking about the fact that he just moved into his new house and mentioned that he hadn't been in the attic yet. And then it hit me. What if we made his house haunted?
Wednesday the 12th of September was the day where we hatched the plan to make our friends literally scared to death.
I knew I needed help from some experts, so I went to meet two of my friends who know a thing or two about the supernatural. They weren't much help.
Because I've had a hamster and I had a rabbit and he was cold and I put him like in the couch.
Don't ask, I don't have a clue why he told me that. We're planning to prank 3 people. My girlfriend Sarah and my 2 oldest school friends Bum and Jessie. The rest of us are in on it. The prank itself goes as follows. We invite our friends round for a games night. This is something that we do every couple of weeks, so nothing out of the ordinary. We host it at Ben's house originally and then change it at the very last minute to Ed's, so that when the prank plays out, there's no way that we had time to make it happen. And Ed almost messed this up.
We just initiated phase 2 where we do the U-turn and say that we can't host here, and Ed was supposed to chip in and be like, yeah, host it in mine instead, but he didn't get there in time and Sarah beat us, so now we're sat here trying to figure out how we don't look like we don't want to hang out at Sarah's, but it has to happen at Ed, otherwise this whole thing is...
Luckily, it was sorted after a long flurry of messages and we got back to work. We got in contact with one of the top special effects experts in the country, and luckily he replied the very next day saying that he'd come around with a box of tricks. We then visited one of the biggest prop houses in the UK to find what we needed for the prank. This included like old clothes, postcards, and the trunk that everything would be kept in up in the attic. Ben got to work making places where we could hide hidden cameras. This included him carving out books, hiding GoPros in wine racks and ovens. We even went to a spy shop to buy ourselves specialist products, i.e. this remote control that has a camera at the very top and this pen. I don't even know where the camera is on this. I think it's like here. For some reason, one of the guys ordered food before we arrived, so when the door went, they absolutely crapped themselves. And then it was time.
Hi guys.
Hi.
What's there? Is it really cupcakes or is it not? Because if it's not, I'm going to be disappointed.
Bum and Jessie arrived way later than they said they would, and we were worried because we only had 90 minutes recording time on our cameras.
Thanks for turning up, guys.
We started our games night, and as always, things got a little bit heated, especially when Ruth's around.
No, because I would have thought that's the first one to say. I mean, yeah,
obviously we had England, you fucking idiot. Moving on, 1966. We'll say West Germany.
Just for aim history.
Then, I honestly can't believe that this happened next, but Sarah spotted one of our cameras.
That's qualifying the other day. Yeah. I saw San Marino score their first goal for the first time. Their celebrations were wild. Sick. I'm guessing they're not all sports questions.
Why do you
have
a GoPro?
Sports questions. Yeah, that's why
I do have a GoPro.
Oh, you better take the table. We got you. I'm good. Wait. It's about 50 miles.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because he kept having friends. Dude, I used to roll over a guy who used to do his teeth all the time. I was like, so basically I'd go to bed. He was like seeking out these girls.
You're not.
I tried it once, I felt like my tooth. I mean, you're not catching my God, that's the only way.
Wait.
I honestly have no idea how Ed thought of that response. On the spot, legendary movements, thank you Ed. He literally saved the whole prank, and now it was time for Ruth's cue.
Ed, did you get a chance to check out the loft?
No, I got a ladder, but that was as far as I got. That's a start. I mean, it's not more than I would.
You have a ladder, but you haven't been up there.
Yeah, like, I was gonna. When was the last time you've been in a loft, man? They're terrifying up there. Man. Well, that's the thing. I it's an old house as well, so I was like, I'm not going out there by myself. Oh yeah. So I every whole wait. I bought the ladder, and then my brother went to California like the next day. Oh, I was like, I'm not. That's an omen. No, that's an omen. That's an omen.
So wait, if someone was to go up there with you,
No, I'm not going up there. Like, someone can go up, but I'm not brave enough.
Somehow, throughout all the conversation that was going on, Bum manages to predict what's going to be in the case.
What's that mind? A Ouija board up there? What's going on? This ain't Jumanji. Like,
I don't know, you tell me.
Bum's like, I'm seeing this one. I'm not.
Obviously, as a YouTuber, it's my job to record stuff when you're doing something crazy. So because we were going up into this mysterious loft, I told the guys to bring out a camera and start recording it. So we had a great angle and no one suspected it. Just another games night at Ed's.
Can we not do this, please?
Oh, great. You go first, yeah?
We can stop. We can stop now.
I'm sweating already. I ain't even got up the ladder. No.
Oh, it's actually pitch black up there. Yeah, hold on one sec. There's actually stuff up here.
What kind of stuff? Oh, damn. I ain't getting there.
Come on in, Jesse. I had a feeling that Jesse wouldn't come up, nor anyone else, but to my surprise, big, bold Sarah Close did. The brave one's coming up.
Oh, it smells like mold. I think I'm getting a sensitivity.
I might have to give you a mic. There's so much room for activities up here.
Mate, we should do games night up here.
Yeah,
Alright, what's over?
There's
a box, like a, what's that called, a suitcase?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's such a good. Go check it out.
Ed?
Yeah.
Have you put a suitcase up here?
No, I've never been up there.
The fuck?
We got it. Easy. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good.
We had the suitcase. Almost everything has gone to plan so far. It was time to start the madness.
We about to be
Oh, someone from my heart.
Oh no, guys, I'm scared of this.
I'm actually exactly the same.
I'm shaking. Why am I shaking?
Are you fucking joking?
We then had someone waiting on the street outside, so that when Sarah would open the blind, she'd get the shock of her life. Little did I know that she would just continue being lazy and sitting there on the floor. Got super lucky that Edie is an amazing actress, so thank you, Edie.
Like, it's on a fucking. It's on a.
Oh my god, fuck!
What? I'm fucking getting out. There's a what?
Some guy was just filming the house on his phone.
Nah, something's going to happen today, man.
Who? Open this century.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you just think.
Yo!
What was it?
It's just old stuff. Wait,
What?
what?
September
That looks so old.
1930.
It's pretty worth it. Animal.
That's amazing.
1945.
This is like loads of sheet music.
19th of
Oh
July,
my God,
1945.
So 1945, what's
Yeah,
it
that's
say?
literally the war.
Dear Dorothy, Will and Ruth.
Hey, what did you say?
Wait, who said?
Are you actually?
He said it earlier.
What is that?
Fucking Ouija board.
You just said it.
Fucking Ouija board.
You said it's out of here.
Nah,
What is
what's
it?
you man?
Things that you put those like.
Oh, no, put it back. I need to start writing my will now. Find this.
We'd done such a great job at making the whole experience so believable that Sarah got her Insta story out and started filming what was going on.
And this box full of mouldy clothes and postcards from the 1900s in Ed's loft. Look at this stuff. Oh, and also there's a Ouija board. Oh no!
What, should we
play it?
No.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, let's do it.
No.
Yeah, fuck it, let's play.
I can get a whole video out of this right now.
No. I come from a country where there's black magic, so anything can happen. Like.
What was your school called?
Christ Hospital.
That's your school?
Holy. No, it's no.
Wait.
That's the quad! Not even fucking joking!
Damn, that's the quad. Fucking. Yo, we should have filmed this.
Why are we not fucking filming this?
I put the GoPro on!
Thank you, Sarah, for reminding everyone that there's a GoPro in the room again.
So many people! Come on, do it.
Guys, this is Ed's house. You don't want to
Yeah,
yeah, he's the house.
Don't put it on me. Cal will never forgive me because he'll be like, oh, you didn't let me make a video in your flat. I know how this will go. I know how this will go.
No. This is Ventnor on the Isle of Wight.
Seriously, are you actually being serious?
Yeah, this is Ventnor on the Isle of Wight.
No, can we not do this, please? You have to be like super light on it though. Like you shouldn't really be touching it, kind of thing.
Okay.
Are you here to see someone?
Okay, one of you is moving it. Sarah, come on.
I'm doing it, not doing it.
Why? You believe in this?
I'm not doing it.
I don't know why I believe.
Now for the next phase.
Edie, seriously, stop moving. That was freaking me out.
I'm not. I swear to God, I'm
You're
not.
not gonna fuck around with these things.
I'm.
Are you actually, is that like a thing?
So what's
Fuck.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is that?
Hey,
Guys, it's been nice. Be real. That actually just happened. We've already had enough signs. The blinds came down.
Stop.
The guy trying to warn us from the street. Film my heart.
Can we just play this nice? Oh my God. Yeah, you need to stop.
No, I'm sorry.
The glass smashed in my hand.
Funny. It's actually not funny.
Oh my god!
I went over to grab the glass to find out why it shattered in my hand, and as I was standing there, the cards hit the back of my heel. So I flew over here.
It's virtue, no disrespect.
I have no idea where they came from.
Okay.
We will replace everything that was in the trunk.
Yeah, let's put the trunk back.
Sorry,
you know
glass
how
head.
I'm gonna go to church tomorrow.
No! No, come on.
Now we go put that back in the loft and be done with that shit. We going?
let's go out the window, man.
Please.
Yeah. There's no way Ed is staying.
No, I'm not sorry.
Are we leaving this? Are we leaving here? It's gotta go. It's gotta go back to the loft. I'm sorry. It's gotta go back to his final resting place, man.
No, it's true because everything was fine before that, so it's probably gonna be fine again. Yeah.
Nah,
It's over.
Ed, you got.
What do you mean? We don't know where.
I'm not going up there. Okay. And you've all been pranked. Thanks for coming.
I will throw
Wait, so the GoPro that I spotted. Oh, I'm so upset.
Well done, bro.
No, you guys. Wait, you only had an hour and a half. How's that enough prep time for?
So we had a camera in the oven. We had a camera in a keen. We had a camera
Oh my goodness.
in a book.
Yeah, and you told me you was fighting your brother. I was like,
I
why?
When you said that, I was trying to keep these two like occupied.
Yes. And this is a camera. There's a camera right there. Did you actually both of you believe it?
I was fucking freaked out. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't even know what was going on. I'll be honest. I don't even know what was going on.
Wait, hang on. So this
We
the
bought the
case.
box. We put everything in there.
Wait, so where you put the blood from then?
Wait,
Is it just ketchup?
that was this finger yesterday. I cut it on the glass.
Oh, what
because
the fuck? So
I don't-
how did you make the glass explode?
put another bit of glass in it.
But that postcard of your school wasn't.
That wasn't
Yeah,
planned.
wasn't
That
planned.
wasn't planned.
Yeah, that kind of freaked me out.
Postcard
Yeah.
for school.
No, not
No,
me.
that was
I
awesome.
bought a stack of like old postcards and like didn't look what was on them, just threw them in a case, and they just happened to link to like everyone in the group. I was like, I'll run with it. Well done, everyone.
Perfect timing.
Yo, I am never gonna be late anywhere ever again.